Recently, a large-scale conflict between rural farmers and over 100 wild boars took place. This conflict was not a fictional action scene. Rather, it was a real-world event that was captured in every striking detail. Managing wild boar populations across the United States is becoming an increasingly urgent matter, and each moment reflects the intensity of a situation that is escalating. When one local farmer awoke in the rural outskirts of Lubbock, Texas, he was confronted with a scene that was devastating. When he went out into his fields before sunrise, he found that more than 50 acres of corn, which had been cultivated for months, had been completely destroyed overnight. There were steel fences that had been flattened, the soil had been shredded, and the entire area looked like it had been abandoned after a natural disaster. Only deep, disorganized footprints left by dozens of wild boars were discovered. There were no human trespassers to be found. Following the investigation, the cause was determined to be a herd of over 30 wild boars, each of which weighed approximately 250 pounds. The footage from the security cameras confirmed the cause. Over the course of just a few hours, the animals had caused damage that could not be undone. A farmer whose livelihood is dependent on the land experienced not only a financial loss but also an emotional setback as a result of this experience. This kind of occurrence is not at all an isolated occurrence. It is estimated that wild boars are responsible for more than $2 billion worth of damage to agricultural and environmental systems across the United States each year. These animals cause disruptions to infrastructure, causes damage to crops, and poses a threat to ecosystems all over the world, from the vast farms of Texas to the fertile lands of Georgia and California. Their ability to reproduce quickly and their tendency to behave in groups make them particularly challenging to control. As a response, a number of farmers in West Texas have adopted a novel approach, which is the utilization of intelligent corral trapping systems. This contemporary strategy makes use of technology, patience, and careful planning, as opposed to relying solely on conventional firearms and manual tracking methods. When farmers observe disturbed soil, muddy trails, and tracks in close proximity to water sources, they are able to correctly identify active boar zones. After it has been determined that a hotspot exists, a steel trap that is up to 40 feet wide and 5 feet tall is constructed. This trap is designed to withstand the full force of animals charging at it. These are not your typical cages, they are traps. Because they are outfitted with camera systems that are connected to smartphones, they enable the farmer to remotely monitor activity and select the exact moment at which the gate should be securely closed. Through the utilization of this method, wild hog management is transformed from a reactive hunting approach into a method that is strategic, efficient, and humane. A single tap on a mobile device can instantly contain entire herds, thereby reducing the amount of stress that the animals experience and the amount of damage that is done to property. A crucial quality is patience. During the first night, the trap is never taken advantage of. The first step that farmers take is to make the wild boars feel secure by filling the trap with food, such as corn and fruit, and placing it around the trap as well. Over the course of several days, the herd becomes accustomed to freely entering and exiting the area. The gate is not closed until all of the members have entered and are in a relaxed state. The Texas farmer who was affected was able to regain control of his land with the assistance of this level of strategic trapping. In addition to safeguarding cornfields and cattle pastures, it also prevented the contamination of water sources and decreased the requirement for maintaining nighttime surveillance. Farmers who were concerned about the increasing danger posed by wild boars have regained their confidence as a result of sophisticated trapping, which has become more than just a solution. In addition to these challenges, the agricultural sector in the United States demonstrates exceptional resilience through the cultivation of crops, such as sunflowers, which not only brighten the summer landscape but also deliver unexpected economic returns. Farmers in the United States cultivate sunflowers by utilizing cutting-edge agronomic techniques in conjunction with favorable environmental conditions. Late in the spring, when the temperature of the soil has reached approximately 50 degrees Fahrenheit, planting officially begins. Aerated and fertilized with organic or phosphorus-based fertilizers, the soil is treated with these substances prior to planting in order to encourage robust early growth. Sunflower fields, when managed correctly, have the potential to produce not only a beautiful product, but also a sustainable agricultural product that can be utilized in the production of oil, the feed for livestock, and other industries. In the United States, Sunflowers are grown using a method that has been meticulously planned out to achieve the highest possible levels of both productivity and efficiency. Sunflower seeds are planted in the ground directly, with a typical spacing of 6 to 12 inches between each seed, depending on the variety of sunflower. The utilization of this spacing ensures that every plant is provided with adequate space to cultivate a robust root system and an abundance of foliage. Sunflowers are able to thrive in geographic areas that receive a low amount of rainfall because of their natural resistance to drought and their deep roots. Beginning when the plants are between 12 and 20 inches tall and continuing until they reach the stage of budding, they require the highest possible levels of nutrients. Growers pay close attention to them during this crucial phase of the process. To prevent weeds from competing with other plants for nutrients, they are managed by either mulching straw or removing them mechanically. It is common practice to implement drip irrigation systems on larger farms in order to maximize water utilization. It takes the sunflowers approximately 80 to 100 days to begin blooming, at which point they fill the fields with petals that are a brilliant yellow color. Not only do these flowers provide a stunning visual, but they also serve as a signal that the time for harvesting is drawing near. Sunflowers have become a popular crop among many farmers in the United States due to the fact that they require a low amount of maintenance and yield a significantly high return on investment. It is a sign that the seeds have reached their full maturity when the petals of the sunflower begin to fade and the back of the sunflower head begins to turn brown. By this point, the seeds have become more rigid, their shells have become darker, and they are able to easily separate from the head. The harvesting process can be carried out manually or with the assistance of specialized harvesting equipment, depending on the size of the farm. This machinery was developed with the express purpose of causing the seeds as little damage as possible. The use of mechanical harvesters on large farms makes it possible to clear hundreds of acres of land in just a few days. Following harvesting, the sunflower heads are transported to a location where seeds are processed. The petals, debris, and seeds that are not fully developed are removed by a combination of screening systems and air blowers at that location. Only high-quality seeds that are in accordance with the standards for size and density are left behind. In order to maintain the seed's oil content and nutritional value, they are dried at low temperatures before being sorted according to the purpose for which they are intended. For the purpose of ensuring cleanliness, uniformity, and a prolonged shelf life, packaging is carried out by automated systems. Every step of the sunflower farming process, from planting seeds to processing them, is designed to ensure quality control and be environmentally responsible. Sunflowers are great for more than just their aesthetic appeal and their ability to produce oil efficiently. Because of their biological characteristics, they are extremely valuable in contemporary agriculture. Due to the fact that they have tall stems and deep root systems, they are able to draw water and nutrients from deeper soil layers, which makes them an excellent choice for environments that are dry and low in fertility. As a result of their inherent resistance to diseases and pests, they require fewer chemical pesticides, which in turn supports farming practices that are more environmentally friendly. Sunflower seeds are highly valued in the economic sector due to their high oil content, which is abundant in unsaturated fatty acids that are beneficial to the health of the heart. When it comes to the production of high-quality cooking products and food, these oils are utilized extensively. Additionally, sunflower seeds are utilized as components in the preparation of snack foods, salad toppings, bakery items, and even as a source of nutrient-rich feed for poultry. Sunflowers, in addition to their applications in agriculture, also play a part in the process of environmental rehabilitation. Heavy metals can be absorbed by their root systems from contaminated soils, which helps the land recover from the contamination. As a result of the abundant nectar that sunflowers provide, pollinators like bees also benefit from sunflowers. Beekeeping in rural areas is supported by this, and it also helps to contribute to the biodiversity of those ecosystems. In other parts of the ecosystems of the United States, the proliferation of invasive species has posed a variety of distinct challenges. One such example is the Asian carp, which is a species of freshwater fish that was initially introduced for the purpose of aquaculture and ornamental use. These fish have experienced rapid population growth over the course of time, which has caused native aquatic ecosystems to become disrupted, particularly in the Mississippi River and the Great Lakes. Each female Asian carp is capable of laying millions of eggs every single month, which helps to explain the extraordinary rate at which they reproduce. Their existence has posed a risk to the delicate equilibrium of the local biodiversity. Public fishing competitions have been organized all over the country in an effort to put a stop to the spread of these diseases. Both the reduction of carp populations and the raising of public awareness about the importance of ecological protection are the goals of these competitions, which offer substantial prizes. In many cases, participants are responsible for processing the carp that they have caught, which helps to alleviate pressure on the environment while simultaneously promoting responsible fishing practices. In areas where agriculture is prevalent, the hedgehog is another species that can cause problems. Through their digging up of soil in search of insects and plants, hedgehogs can cause significant damage, despite the fact that they are generally harmless when present in small numbers. This behavior can be detrimental to crop roots and lower the quality of the soil. They have a reputation for causing damage to orchards, which can include apple and pear trees, as well as cereal fields, which can result in a decrease in yield and a decrease in product quality. Damage caused by hedgehogs can cost farmers between millions and millions of dollars each year. Due to the fact that these animals are primarily active at night, detection and control must be carried out during the nighttime hours. In order to manage their populations in a way that is both discreet and effective, farmers frequently use traps that are placed in common foraging areas. The roles that bats play in ecosystems are also quite complex. There are many species that are beneficial to agriculture, such as those that help to control insect populations and pollinate plants. However, there are certain types of bats that can have a negative impact on agriculture, particularly those that feed on fruit and blood. Blood-feeding bats can weaken livestock and transmit diseases, which can result in additional veterinary expenses. Fruit bats can cause damage to crops by consuming or destroying produces. Blood-feeding bats can also cause damage to crops. In order to lessen the amount of agricultural losses that are caused by bats, targeted nighttime management is sometimes utilized. The use of thermal imaging equipment by hunters enables them to detect bat heat signatures in the dark, which enables them to control the population with greater precision. The purpose of these measures is to safeguard agricultural assets while simultaneously promoting environmental stability over the long term.